This is the Instagram algorithm. These are the people on the platform consuming and creating content. Now, the algorithm works in a way that it takes a look at what people want and people enjoy, and then it recommends it to them. The people creating, however, take a look at what the algorithm wants, and thus begins the endless game of what I call the algorithm chase. And at this point, it's sort of a chicken and egg problem. Nobody really knows what's going on anymore. Unfortunately, that's not the only thing though, because in addition to that, Instagram, especially as of lately, seems to just randomly take away or add new features and completely change their algorithm. One day they tweak it and regular posts blow up again, and then suddenly they change the whole UI and the home feed, and mostly just pissing off people, actually causing a mass confusion. But what if I told you that these tests and changes are in no way random, obviously, and their primary goal is not even to make the platform better? I believe they're actually an endless trial to save the ship from becoming irrelevant. The only issue being with the way the platform is set up, with the way the platform works, I don't think it actually can be saved, and maybe it doesn't even need to be saved, because Instagram as a platform is actually something different than we and what they thought they'd be. Let me explain. These are the biggest creators on TikTok, and if we take a closer look, almost all of them have gained their notoriety and fame from within the platform. Some of them even started less than 2 years ago, going from zero to world fame, creating platform native content. Similar thing with YouTube, actually. We got Mr. Beast, Dude Perfect, and a bunch of other creators being where they are because they create platform native content. Content that's immediately identifiable to which platform it actually belongs to. Now, if we take a look at Instagram, this list looks slightly different. The biggest creators are mostly people gaining their fame from outside of Instagram, aka they're not native creators, they're actually not real creators of the platform. Same thing with the most liked post, comparing Instagram and TikTok. And this is very interesting for me because while on TikTok it's mostly creators creating their own content, lip syncing, I guess it's an art form right now, so yeah. But on Instagram, if you take a look at it, the most liked posts are actually posts of mainstream stars mostly. And another interesting thing, as a side note, even though it's mainstream celebrities getting the most engagement on Instagram, if you count it and if you take a look, there's only 2 posts having more than 30 million likes on Instagram, while on TikTok the top 25 have more than 30 million likes. Yeah, I didn't expect that myself as well. So let me just tell you something that probably nobody has dared to say. And I just say it right now just to get it over with. Instagram is not a creator-first platform, creator-focused platform. At least not anymore. And this is sort of where the confusion and sort of the problem with Instagram comes into play. If you think about it, it does make a lot of sense because it's the same thing with Facebook and its original vision, connecting people and giving them a platform. That's all there is. Having a big user base and just making sure the distribution is there, the infrastructure, if you will. Twitter too, by the way. Very hard to become an authority figure just tweeting around. Obviously, it's possible. I know what you guys are gonna say in the comments, but the content creation part is not the underlying idea behind the platform. And this is where I think Instagram is sort of going in the wrong direction. So just for the sake of this argument, let's take the social media landscape and group platforms into creator-focused platforms and distribution platforms. Like I said, a creator platform being a platform that's there to actively push and incentivize creators and original content, which is a very big thing in my opinion. Platform native, unique content, and distribution platforms on the other side, mainly giving the tools and the infrastructure to express yourself in whatever way, making their user base and their framework their USP, if you will. A big, perfect example of that would be MySpace back in the days, or Facebook, obviously Facebook still. Nobody's ever become famous because of their Facebook content, right? Now, trying to group Instagram in this whole picture, the issue with it is that as of right now, they're not only slacking off on the distribution side of things, their algorithms just not working the way that they should or that they're supposed to be, and then they're also slacking off on the creator side of things, even though they're now actively going after that with the monetization program, with the bonuses and stuff like this. But, and that is the actual problems, my friends, the lack of original and unique and native content is what probably shoots themselves in the foot. And it sort of seems like they don't really know what they want to be. Do they want to be a distribution platform, aka Facebook 2.0, or a creator platform, aka TikTok 2.0? I believe they're right now trying to wrap both into one because they're just having fantasies of being the world leaders. And actually going sort of back into the history, I believe that's been a problem they've been facing since about 2018 when the original founders of Instagram unexpectedly quit. And it seemed like there were some pretty big tensions. And honestly, I think those tensions came from exactly that issue. Instagram's departure from a creator-first company to a distribution platform, sort of forced by Facebook. Because that's all Facebook knows about, because that's what they've been doing and nothing else. And if you think about it, actually, Instagram started off pretty strong, innovative, the platform for sharing photos and everything that comes with it, sharing your life. This is why lifestyle influencers came to be. And actually, the term influencer was somehow even coined by Instagram because people started getting pretty famous from creating Instagram original content. Then, at some point, this original vision sort of deviated, and the rest is pretty much history. When the tensions started to arise between the original Instagram founders and Facebook, they reportedly asked for somebody they thought was a pretty good dude, the guy actually responsible for the Facebook newsfeed. Don't ask me why, because the Facebook newsfeed, blah. But yeah, they wanted this guy to sort of be the buffer between them, their creative vision, and Facebook. And that guy was obviously Adam Mosseri. And he's since become the head of Instagram and bearer of all bad news and our old friend, obviously. Don't forget about that. And boy, does he have a tough job. Because, and let's get back to the whole core issue that we have here. I think he's well aware of what's happening and he's trying his best to keep those old-fashioned Facebook guys in line as best as he can. And if we take a look at especially recent developments on Instagram, the crazy amount of changes and tests they've been starting, it seems like they're somehow trying to come back to being a creator platform. The only issue they have, their innovation is sort of gone. Their original vision is sort of gone. Photos are pretty much dead at this point. We don't really know whether it's the algorithm chasing people or the people chasing the algorithm, but yeah, their old algorithms pushing out non-video content are just messed up at this point. Or, and that's actually what I think they're just doing. They're just trying to hop and leverage certain trends, aka they try to do what any sane company would do in their shoes when they see that things are not happening the way that they should. Just copy what works, and they've been doing that all along, talking about stories and stuff. And yeah, it does work to a certain extent, but if we're being totally honest with this strategy, Instagram can never be the one hot platform on the planet like they once used to be. No matter whether they have a billion more users than the others, they'll always be lagging behind because short form videos are just TikTok. And Reels can never sort of dethrone TikTok, in my opinion. It just doesn't work that way. Maybe that's how it should be though. Maybe Instagram's purpose is just to be this overall sort of overarching profile of connecting people, whether it's creators, friends, or sort of a space for everybody. Sort of my own space. My space that I can take for me and pretty much do whatever I want. And maybe it doesn't even matter that other platforms are doing the innovation for them right now, because at the end, Instagram still has the biggest user base, at least for now. So yeah, with that being said, even all those issues might eventually break this whole thing. Right now, people are still becoming, rich. People are still making a living, and people are still growing like crazy on Instagram and build their brands on Instagram. So if you ask me, it's still more than worth to get into it, especially if you adapt and also start, creating short-form videos and reels. And if you want to know the secret to actually creating viral reels, here's a video breaking down exactly what to do and how to do it so your next reel will actually blow up.